everybody, my name is Diana. This is Diana Simplifies, and I want to do a little clean with me today. I am a cleaning lady. I don't normally do clean with me. I'm not sure how well received it would be. I know some people do that on their channel and it goes well. We'll just kind of see how it goes here. You can let me know in the comments if this is something you'd like to see more of. I'm not really a cleaning hack type of person. I'm not saying those aren't good. There's actually great cleaning hacks out there. It's just, I don't know, I've been doing this for 23 years. Everything I do is just very simple. It's very simply done the way that I do things. If you have any cleaning hacks and cleaning tips, please put them in the comments. I'm always interested in what you think, what other people have come up with that works for them. This is just my den. There's my kitty, that is Cricket. She's one of my long-haired babies. I'm just going to show you some things that I use. When I did my it was our spruce up thing, that collab that we did with Melinda Plain and Simple. She had mentioned, you know, she wished that I had mentioned what I was using when I dusted. She meows when I talk. Y'all just, sorry, I have no place to put her right now. But anyway, Melinda had mentioned she wanted to know what I used when I was dusting. So I'm just going to go through what I use on a daily basis when I'm cleaning my house, I'm cleaning other people's houses, and just give you an idea of what I use. You can use whatever makes you happy. That's what I always tell people. Use what makes you comfortable. Use what you enjoy using. If you don't like using it, you're not going to use it. So use what makes you happy, what makes you comfortable. Okay, so the first thing that I like are these Fly Lady cloths. And you can see it's this large, which is pretty good size. These are microfiber cloths, but it's kind of hard to see because of the lighting, but it has a sheen, more of a sheen on here. It doesn't grab my fingers. Like, for instance, this sort of microfiber, I actually don't use this. I think somebody gave me this cloth. I don't use these. I don't buy them. But these grab onto my skin. I have dry skin. I think that makes it worse, but especially in the winter. But anyway, I don't like these. These are useful if you like this. If it doesn't grab onto your skin and you enjoy these are fine. So I'm not against this. I just, personally, I do not use these. Okay. And then the other one, I think she's quit selling the silver fly. This is flylady.net. I don't get anything out of this, but anyway, flylady.net. She sells these. It's usually on a BOGO just about all the time. So you get 3 of each color. So like if you wanted whatever color she has going, I know she still has purple because I think purple's her favorite color. But if you wanted the purple ones, she still has them. So like 3 in a package. And she gives you this nice little bag that you can wash them in. It keeps them good and safe in your washer. And you don't want to use fabric softener on these. So you don't want to do that. And when I get them out of the washer, I just hang them up. I don't dry them. You could dry them, but I'm not I think you're supposed to hang them. I'm not sure. I've never dried mine, so I don't know if it tears them up. These will last you forever. And so what I do, they come in 3s. So like if you could order 2 different colors, whatever color she has going right now. I think she's got like a light blue. So instead of this, it's a light blue. I wish she hadn't got rid of silver because that's actually my favorite. These have a lot of dye in them, and you do have to be careful with what you do with them. But, I mean, they work fine. But, anyway, let me show you. I cut these up into 4ths. I like something that just sort of fits into my hand, like this, when I'm working. It's got a little bit of fuzz on here. Hang on. Not coming off. There we go. So, I like to cut it into 4ths, and you can see, of course, there's where it was sewn up, whatever. This, you can see I've used them like this for years, and they don't fray. So you can cut them successfully if that's what you want, if you want it to be a little smaller. So I just use them like this. I use the larger ones, but I use them like if I'm cleaning somebody's kitchen, I just use this smaller one. I don't use that huge one because it gets in my way, and you know it takes me a long time to clean anyway. So I want something to help me to move faster, if that makes sense. Now for dusting, I'm not sure why. At my own house, I use these it's just a yellow cloth. It's a lint-free cloth. I got this probably at Walmart. I think you could get several in a package. I have no idea if they still sell these because I've had these for years and years. They're very easy to just wash. And I also hang these. I don't dry these either, just to give them a longer life. When I clean a house, I use these dry dusting cloths, and these are the Swiffer brand. They used to have a Pledge brand that I loved, and I think they were actually cheaper, but I guess they went out of, the Pledge part of this went out of business. They still have Pledge products. By the way, I don't use any Pledge products ever. For me, I do not use Pledge products. I did like their dry cloths because they didn't have anything on them, but as far as on my furniture, I use dry cloth. And this is what I use when I'm cleaning houses. Just it's easier, and I just throw it away when I get done. And these usually get filthy at people's houses. That's just the way it goes. I'm only there once a month, or some people are every other week, some are once a month. And if you're only dusting once a month, it does get dirty. Okay, so that's 2 examples. And you also can use that Swiffer duster that's on the handle. You can use those, and they have the longer extension that you can do your light fixtures and your fans and stuff like that. Okay, Cricket, we get it. She didn't utter a word till I turned the camera on. Now, this is not what's in this bottle. This is just a spray cleaner. This one happens to be Fabuloso Red. I did label it. I do like the Fabuloso products. I left my products over there. I need to run over there and get them just to show you. In my own home, I don't use a lot of disinfectant. I do use Odoban, which is, this is Odoban in here. That is a disinfectant, but I don't use a lot of disinfectants here because of the pets. We have total in the house of 6 pets. So I'm very careful what I use around them. I also don't want to be breathing in a lot of stuff myself. So hang on, let me run over here and get my cleaners and just show you what I'm using these days. My favorite cleaners. Sorry, I'm having to go off camera for a second. I totally forgot. I actually flubbed up and bought this. This is the wrong scent. I got excited and thought this was the scent I like. I do not like this scent that much. It's okay. It's mango and hibiscus, but it was not the one I was looking for. So I'm actually going to take this back. This is a large Lysol. When you do dilute this, this is a refill bottle. So what you do is you get your spray bottle, and like this, some kind of spray bottle, and you put, it's mostly water and then just a little bit of the Lysol. You don't need a lot, and it is still going to disinfect just fine. It says on there, it tells you exactly how much and the directions what to do, and it tells you how many gallons you can make and all that good stuff. So, and it will still disinfect. Now, the one that I'm really liking is this. This is Cool Adirondack Air Scent. I am really liking that one for right now. I don't like it as much as the one that I thought was in this red, but I forget what it was called in the red, but anyway, they used to have a different scent that was wonderful, and this red is not it. So I just realized that. I'm going to take that bottle back because I don't even need it. I have lots of this. So I really didn't need it. It's just, I thought it was the scent I wanted. So what's in this spray bottle that's labeled up here, Fabuloso Red, I just reuse these just because I can. They work. This is Fabuloso with baking soda. This is not a disinfectant, so I actually feel more comfortable using this kind of stuff around my pets, and I don't spray tons of it around, but I do. See her looking at me. She loves it when I talk. I do like to use this some around the house, but I try not to use this directly around my pets. I just try to be very, very careful when I'm spraying around my pets. It's just a me thing. We have a lot of pets with autoimmune issues. She actually, wherever she went, there she is. She has an autoimmune issue, and I have another cat in my kitchen with the autoimmune issue. So we just try to be very careful about that kind of stuff. And she's sitting on my mop pad. Hang on, sweetheart. So, this is my favorite mop. I'm probably not going to get to mopping today because I've already been talking for 8 minutes, but this is a Libman spray and mop, and I've had this for years, years and years. In fact, you can see it's totally faded right here, the tag. Now, what you can do is you can lift this whole thing off and fill it up. This whole thing lifts out, and it's actually hard for me to get out, so I just opened this right here. I just pop this open. I put a little bit of dish soap in there, like 2 drops, and then I spray a little bit of this type of spray. And this, again, was the Fabuloso Red. It's not the 409. It's not a disinfectant. Now, I couldn't find my spray bottle for a minute, and so what I ended up spraying in there today was the Odoban. I just did 2 sprays. You don't need much. What ends up happening, because of the trigger action, you see the trigger right here. This is like a Swiffer wet jet, but you're using pads over and over and washing them. I got these actual pads are cheaper if you get them on Wish, so that's where I got these. I have a 3-pack. And they were only a few dollars. It's more expensive if you buy the Libman, but the Libman, they sell these. They usually sell these at Kroger. I think at Walmart. They might even have something similar to this at Dollar General. I don't think they have Libman, but they have something similar, I think. They even have something similar at Dollar Tree. They don't have the spray action, but it's something that you could wet the cloth and move it around that way. But I like this spray. This is what I use when I clean houses. And again, it's got this trigger. My husband put this little thing on there so I can hang it. That's just one of his things. So I can hang it up in my sunroom. That's where I'll keep a lot of my cleaning supplies. So anyway, that's that. And then you just, this is Velcro type thing. Something stuck to that. Anyway, you just simply stick this on here. And then when you get ready, when you get done with it, you pull it off, put it in your washing machine. It's very simple. Now, when you use the trigger action, it makes this more soapy. That's why you only put, like, it doesn't look super soapy right now, but you only put a little bit of soap in here because when you're using this trigger, it is going to become more soapy inside of here. And you don't want just tons of soap on your floor, then you'll have to rinse it. So you just want a little soap, okay? So a little goes a long way. Always remember that when you're cleaning. Now, I'm gonna put this somewhere else because I want to, now, let's see, let me pull this down just a tad. There, okay, so I'm gonna clean this off. This is where she eats. We have a couple cats that eat here. She has this little bowl here, and this bowl, my husband, it's kind of funny. My husband made this little stand because he had seen somewhere where it was cats that throw up a lot, which she does. It's part of her autoimmune. It's good for them to eat raised up like this. However, I've noticed that she's picking food out and then eating it on the flat surface. So not sure how well this is working. So I'm gonna put this on the floor for just a second and put the rest of this stuff on the floor for just a second. And her other little bowl of food, which is a different bowl. She's very picky about what she eats. Now, these are simply paper towels that I've put. You can see just a little bit of dish soap. It's just a pink dish soap that I have. And this is how I'm going to wash this. This is dampened. Now it's been sitting here so it's wet, but it was just a little bit of water. And so I'm just going to come across here and hopefully you can see me. Yeah. So I'm just going to come, this gets very dirty because I have so many cats getting up here and eating. Well, it's only two actually, but you can hear cat food hitting the floor probably because there's just little pieces everywhere. And I already ran my Roomba this morning, so that's okay. The dog now realizes there's food falling, so he's gonna come over here and get that up for me. So I'm not gonna need my Roomba out, but I already went ahead and used my Roomba this morning. I normally use a Shark to clean with, but I do have Roombas. I use a Shark in my cleaning. You see how dirty that is? So I'm just gonna go ahead and lay that down, and I had several of these, so I'm just gonna go over it again. And then if you needed to, you could go over it with a dry cloth as well. Now, I like to use paper towels so I can just throw them away, but you could also use one of those cleaning cloths. But this was so gross because of, I'm having to go around her because she's obviously not going to move. But I had to, this was so yucky that I didn't really want to use one of my cleaning cloths because I'm going to use that for something different here in a minute. Now, I'm also going to work on this a little bit because this is dusty. And I may just, this always looks streaky no matter what I do to it, so it's probably not going to matter what I do. And then this little part of the TV right here. I may be standing right in the way, but anyway, this little part of the TV right here. And I have a couple supplements of hers that I have sitting right there. Okay, so, all right, let me put those in the, so I still have a couple of these. I wasn't sure how many I needed, so I'm going to put these down here on the food bins. Now, this is a little bit wet, so I have a couple of these dry ones. I'm just going to dry it off because those were extremely damp. You can make them just a little bit less damp so you don't have to do this extra step. Normally, I don't do this extra step, but that had gotten really damp because it was sitting so long. So I'm going to dry it off. There's still something on the TV, I've noticed. It's gross looking. Okay. All right, so that's good for now, for that. Now, I have these bins. I'm not sure if you can really see the bins, but I have these bins sitting here. These are the cat food bins, and the Roomba is always wanting to go under here, and it gets stuck. So I have some boxes and bins sitting here, and then that's something that if people come over, I can just move this away. And then we have little stairs. Cricket is old. She's probably almost 13. She's got a lot of health problems and she has trouble walking. So we have these little stairs that Spencer made years ago for our cats. So she just walks up those stairs. This is her special concoction, and then this is their regular food. I'm just going to put that back up there. And so this piece of furniture is done, and all this other needs to be dusted as well. But I'm going to move on because this is getting long. Now I'm going to. I was going to show you the mess that is going on with my I don't know if I can Let's see if I can aim it down here. I'm not sure if it'll aim that far down. Oh yeah, let's see if it'll. Okay, so I picked my husband's shoes off the floor so Rimba could run. This is my coffee table that is supposed to be cleared off. This is like the biggest mess. Like, what is going on here? This is my trash can. I also picked that up. This is puppy pad. I have to use these sometimes. I'm just gonna put that on the floor for a second. This is a family picture, which is lovely, but somebody in the family gave it to us, and I'm about done now. So it's Christmas with everybody, but I have 2 of them, and so I'm gonna be moving this somewhere. And my mantle has gotten very busy. I'm gonna be moving some stuff off the mantle, so I may not be able to do that in this video today. Like I said, it's getting longer. This is a magazine I got that I probably need to throw away. It's just something to get free in the mail. This is my husband. He got brand new shoes and took the padding out and put probably something nicer in. So I need to ask him about that. I have a change purse sitting here. I have my old camera. I was going to see if I could use it for filming, and I'm not sure if that would work or not. Probably not, because I'm having trouble with the battery. This is a bunch of stuff that was sitting on the floor that I picked up so I can vacuum. We do brush Cricket. She's long hair, but I have a place that I can put these. Also the scissors my husband likes to use on her because she gets mats. I'm going to put those in this cabinet over here because he does know where to look for things, believe it or not. Okay, let's put that right there. Hopefully he'll know where to look for it. And then I'm going to clean this table off as well. So I have a necklace I need him to fix for me. I collect little turtles. So it's a little turtle figurine, another little turtle figurine, some business cards. I'm not even sure that that's anybody that we use for anything anymore. Now I'm going to wipe this table down the same way I wiped that, which is, well, hey, Ranger. Rebecca needs to watch this. She loves Ranger. Okay, I'm going to wipe it again with this wet cloth that I put a little bit of that dishwashing soap on. This is a granite table. It used to be a marble table, and my sister had it. It got broken at her house. I think her little kids broke it when they were young, and so she quit using it, and my mom gave it, I guess my mom gave it to me or something, and Spencer had somebody put granite on it for us. So we got a good deal because they just charged labor to make it fit because someone had already paid for the granite, and that's how it works. When you buy granite, you have to pay for all of it, even if they're cutting some of it off because they really can't use it for much. So, all right. So I dried it off. I did it with the wet one, and then I dried it off real good. And you could also just use the regular dust cloth on that, but because I hadn't done it in a while, I wanted to do that. Now I'm going to use this. There underneath here, there is a little area which you can't see, but it's the little antique table legs, and so I'm going to dust that off. I think if I adjust that down any further, it's going to probably fall. Okay, so that looks nice. That looks really nice. I like it to actually be empty like this. This is actually what I like this table to look like. So, yeah, I think I'm going to put my little turtle figurines back up here. And that's all I'm planning on having up here. And the rest of this stuff, I'm going to have to find a place for. Okay. Put on my little cleaners here. Now, let's see. I also had one thing that I was doing, and I think I'm going to get rid of this too. Probably going to get rid of all these. I had this basket of, so like during winter, I had this pretty magazine. I love my birds and blooms. And so I could put a spring magazine here, but on the other hand, I really just like it to be empty. Especially if we're going to start piling stuff up, it's best for it to just be almost empty. So I'm going to leave my little turtles there. In fact, I might put this bigger turtle in the middle. This one doesn't even hardly show up because I don't think it even belongs in here. But those two I've had in here before. All right, so that's good for that. Now, 19 minutes. Yeah, we've been going a while. Let me see if I can pull you up. It's a window right there. You can see I've got stuff piled up in that chair right there by the home. What is that? Home Sweet Home sign. I don't remember what my sign said. You see that I have that chair. I've got some clothing piled up there, but I wanted to focus in on this mantle because I'm going to take some of this stuff down. I've got way too many pictures up here. Well, one thing at Christmas, I put this up there for like a Christmas, you know, it's not flowers, but it's like a Christmas themed but I'm gonna go ahead and take this, I'm gonna dust this real quick, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this down and I'll put it on the table for just a second. So this is gonna sit there for a minute. All right. Now, this is my kitty Chase. Chase had a terrible, tragic thing happen and he passed away. But he was my black kitty. Let me show him to you because he's just adorable. If you're still with me, then you might be interested. He was the cutest thing. Look, he looks like the devil because he was. Is he not beautiful? He had the most beautiful green eyes. He was only about 3 when he passed away. He got very sick. It was the same sort of situation as happened with Sunshine, which is my kitty that has the blood disorder. It was something sort of similar to that, but unfortunately I did not get him to the vet in time. So now I'm just using my yellow cloth to dust here, okay? And this, I'm very short, and I'm just got that thing propped on my step stool, which is what I usually use over here. Here's my Thai, I think it's Hello Kitty bunny. So it's the Thai brand. So I'm gonna leave her up here since it's Easter. So I did put her up here recently. Whoops! Don't fall. No, don't fall. Oh gosh! Every time I touch anything, stuff starts falling. Okay, and then these are some pictures. One of Spencer and me. We were having ice storms and stuff. So I have my. I don't know if you can see that. That's one of those. What do you call it? The oil lamp, that's what I'm trying to say. It's an oil lamp with the extra oil because I thought we were going to need it. Well, thankfully our power never went out, but that thing needs to be dusted really badly. And then we have another family picture that I was also given at Christmas. And this is a picture of Spencer. I'm going to bring it over here. This is when Spencer was a little kid. Dust that. But Spencer was adorable. Isn't that cute? Sorry, there's a glare. Anyway, that was probably about 3rd grade, I think. His mom let him have really long hair, and he had these cute little curls at the back. This was actually short for his hair. He had white blonde hair when he was little, and this one is not looking quite as white blonde as it was in some pictures. But anyway, I don't have tons of pictures of him when he was little, so I do, I do like to keep that one out. These picture frames. Okay. And then I'll show you these things as well. So anyway, I've got all this dusted now. Let me get up here real quick because, so I can get to the very back. And I also like to get up here and dust this clock. I'm not sure if you can even see the clock, but anyway, I've had that clock. We got that clock for when we got married, and I'm surprised it's still working. But it was, if you remember, service merchandise. That's where we got the clock. It's beautiful, and I love it. So a friend of ours got us that. Okay, so here's pictures that I have up here that are special to me. This is from 2015. Spencer didn't have hair then either. That's us getting a little smooch at my parents' house. This is one of my kitties that has passed on. His name was Mir, M-I-R. If you know anything about the Russian Mir, I think it's was it a space station? That's what I named Mir after. So they used to talk about the Mir all the time, if you happen to remember that. Oh, that's dusty in the back. I hadn't thought about dust in the back of that thing. Wow. That definitely needs to be done. All right. Yes, I really do need all these cats. We have 7 cats total, 5 indoors, 2 outdoors. Those are what I call my porch kitties. They're a little bit more wild. That's why they stay outside. Okay, and then that's Spencer's. Oh, gosh. Unfortunately, Spencer's uncle passed away. So this is Spencer's family. They were at the funeral, so I missed that. But anyway, that's his brothers, his sister, and his dad and stepmom. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put these back up there. I am going to leave all these up there. I think I'm mostly just taking this floral thing down, because I don't really need that. Now, it looks like Bunny's got a mind of her own. Could you maybe sit still? Okay, how'd I have this? I think I'd like to put this... Seriously? Nothing is staying put today. Okay, I think I'd like to put this next to the kitty picture. Yes, I really do need all these cats. And then I like to put Spencer and me, I think, right here. And, okay. Off camera, I'm going to get that down, but if I try to get that down right now, that oil lamp, I'm going to end up breaking it because you can see how this is going already. So anyway, I think I'm going to take the family picture down for right now. There's nothing wrong with these family pictures, but it's just a little too cluttery for me. And again, they were given to us for Christmas, and they've been up long enough. Does that make sense? Okay, if you see, I've got the table tray back there, and I've got the little puppies sitting up there. That also needs to be dusted. But anyway, this has been going on for 25 minutes, but I did want to talk a little bit about my cleaning supplies and what I do use, because Melinda had asked me as far as dusting. I just use a dry cloth. On my antiques, every once in a while, I will use lemon oil, and I think what I use is the Old English, and you can usually get that at Walmart. If not, I'm sure there's other stores that have that around you, or you can order it. But I like the Old English brand. There are other lemon oil brands that bother my sinuses and make me have headache. So the Old English is the one that I use. Oh, I was going to put these covers on. Oh my word, y'all. Seriously? Heart attack. And a Ranger's like, what? I washed all of this stuff yesterday. I always have my sofa covered. Our sofa is really old. We really don't buy a lot of furniture. We get a lot of stuff free. This leather one over here we did buy, but this one was free to us, and it has a cover under here. Let's see, can you see this if I pull this away? It's got a blue cover under, and that blue cover I don't just love, but this cover that I have over it was with the gray. I do love this. Somebody gave us this throw. I like the throw. It's got some turquoise in it. I'm not a huge gray person, but I do like this particular gray on this. So it's a blue cover and then the gray cover over it. And so all of that is for pets. And then if I want to lay here and take a nap, occasionally I can't sleep and I come in here at night and sleep. And so that's what this is all about. I just leave it here all the time. We don't have a lot of visitors. You know, if I do have visitors, I can get that dealt with quickly. It's not like something that I have to deal with. I had a client that made these for me. Is that not beautiful? She would make me a lot. She made me a lot of these, and unfortunately, some of mine have torn up. And she's passed away now, so I don't embroidery or do anything. But she made those for me. She was so sweet to give those to me. And then just a regular Walmart throw pillow. And then Ranger lays here when I'm gone, or he's got a chair he's laying in right now. He's just doing his thing. Okay, I had other stuff I was going to dust and show you, but this is going long. So that's all we're going to do for today. Love you guys. Thanks for joining me. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this kind of thing. We'll try to do it faster from now on.